We are. Maybe push the present button. This goes a little better because it's in Google Slides. Should work a little faster. How is everyone? How are y'all doing? Good news about COVID. The cases keep coming down. Okay, lesson 13A for the M5 EP class. Let me get my laser pointer going. All right. So I've been trying to give you tips along the way. And I've been.
Which lesson do you have?
13A.
And now it's 11A. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I looked at the wrong one.
It happens to me all the time, so I appreciate you checking. Yeah, so this is the right one, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
This one is correct.
Thank you, teacher man. It's always good to think with more than one brain. We should be open to corrections. It's an important thing, even as adults. I worked in a hospital with doctors, and one thing that impressed me was, as smart as doctors are, they're super smart, right? They're super smart. They have a built-in way to get input into their work from other doctors. They think with more than one brain. They do what's called a consultation, where they ask another doctor their opinion. They send them the patient's record, and they ask the other doctor to look at it, and they ask the other doctor to tell them what they think. So you always should be open to thinking with more than one brain, because two brains is better than one, that's for sure. And in today's lesson, we will talk about making suggestions. The first G is a hard G. Gestions. The second G is the John G. We call this the hard and soft G. Okay, offers and making requests of someone. Notice how I say requests. It's kind of funny when I listen to it, but that's just how we talk. Requests of someone. These are important things to be able to do, since we all need other people to do things for us from time to time. So we need to be able to make requests, listen to offers, make and get suggestions. All right, let's do our vocabulary. Today, I'm not going to do vocabulary so much as I'm going to, well, yeah, we are. But I want to talk to you about Google Translate. If you're not already using it, with Google Translate, it's one of the apps. You can translate up 104 languages. There's only a few here, but it's kind of interesting. You know, you can look at the scripts of these other languages. Armenian has a unique script. Amharic has a unique script, etc. All of the Indian languages, each one seems to have their own script, their own writing sentence. Okay, so that's something, if you're interested in language, that's something for you to make your professional tool. Who wants to read vocabulary? Can I get someone to read, please?
ใครจะอ่านให้ดิเชอร์ได้บ้างคะช่วยดิเชอร์เขาอ่านหน่อยเร็ว
Yeah, read out loud.
Suggestions.
Read the Thai too, please.
Offers. Making requests. To suggest.
Nope,
Left.
suggest.
Suggest.
Good, perfect.
Left. To
Right,
feed.
this is a different left from the left on your side, okay?
to feast, to lend, to borrow, imperative, command, task, lend a hand,
Lend a hand. That means to help. Lend me a hand. Lend him a hand. Help. Good job. Good pronunciation. This one's tricky. So remember, the first G's hard. Sug. That was right. But the second G's that's soft. Ja. It's pronounced like jaw John. Suggest. Okay. All right. Let's answer some questions. Fill in the what happened here. All right. Suggestions, offers, and requests. This is from your textbook, or from your workbook, I should say. Remember this one, let's. Okay, this is making a suggestion. It literally means let us. And in that case, let us means allow us, permit us. Okay, and we just say let's go, let's do it. It's become kind of an expletive, or not an expletive, but exclamation. Okay, let's go, let's do it. And then this is more formal. We think this sounds very high so when we say shall we. That's us in America. Okay, shall we eat some sandwiches? Okay, why don't you? This is a negative question, and what it means is, you know, what's wrong with that idea? Why don't you? It kind of literally means let's eat a sandwich. Why don't we eat a sandwich? Why don't we share a sandwich? What about, or how about? What about eating a sandwich? Okay, hey, what should we have for lunch? Well, what about some sandwiches? You know, how about some sandwiches? That's to make a suggestion. How about, or what about? And then this one's very formal. Would you like to? This is how you talk with a person you're serving as a customer service representative. This is if you work and you have a foreigner that you're dealing with. Would you like to? Okay. And then, as I said, shall I do this for you? Okay, that's why it's an offer. Shall we is a suggestion. Shall I is an offer. Okay. The future shouldn't be blue. We use the future tense. I'll lend you the money you need to buy the dress. That's an offer. That's like a promise. I will do this thing. I'll lend you the money. That's why it's an offer. Okay. I'll take you to the station in my car. And then here's a way it's very humble. Okay. Humble. Humble. It's like you don't want to make a big deal. You don't want to seem like the big person. You just want to seem ordinary, that you're going to help someone. Can I? Okay. Would you permit me to help you? Some people don't want to be helped. And they're going to say, no, I'm okay. Go away. Some people will accept help. What you're asking them is if you can help them, because helping them establishes a relationship of some kind. Some people don't want it. They don't want to be helped. They don't want to meet people, whatever, you know, just let them be. Let them be. All right. And to make a request, we can say, can you, or could you? Could you is it's like in Thai where you use noi, you know, you make it a little bit more soft, a little bit more formal, a little bit more humble. Okay, humble. Can you pass me the salt, please? Another way we say this is we say it, please pass the salt. We say it with the imperative. I'll get to that. Could you help me with could you help me with the housework, please? And remember in English that when we're making requests, it's very important to use please, especially with strangers. It makes it more acceptable. And absolutely when we use the imperative, because the imperative is giving an order, okay? So will you pass me the salt? Could you pass me the salt? That's another way you could say it. Will you help me with the housework? This is very direct, very straight. Will you help me with the housework or not? You have a way of saying that in Thai, ruplau, right? So will you help me with the housework or not? Okay, a note on the imperative or command form. Who wants to read this? Can I get a reader? Someone to read, please.
ช่วยดิฉันอ่านนะคะเมื่อกี้ทำมันนี้ไปแล้วใช่ไหมเอาคนอื่นบ้าง
เริ่มตรงไหนคะครู
From the beginning.
A note
Yeah, a note.
sorry
a note on the imperative command form of request. We use the imperative or command form to give orders. The command form of the verb is sentence without a written subject. The subject is always you and sometimes without an object to except stop command can be complete sentence in one word, but we like to add polite words so they don't sound so harsh.
Mhm.
อ่านไม่ออกอ่ะ
We say example. I just made it an abbreviation. Example.
Sit down, please. We use please to make the command softer and more polite.
Excellent pronunciation. Yeah. It has two names, the imperative form or the command. This is the old-fashioned grammar. Sometimes they call them commands. Go, come here, sit down. You know, when we say it without please, it kind of sounds angry. Okay, so be sure you remember when you're dealing with foreigners and you're speaking with English, use please in your sentence the way you would use krap or ka in a sentence in Thai. Okay, fill in the blanks to make a suggestion, offer, or request. Then say which one the sentence is. For example, why don't you type the answer in the chat box? Okay, which one is this sentence? Is it a suggestion, an offer, or a request? This one is a suggestion. Okay, why don't you? Why don't you type the answer in the chat box? Suggestion, offer, or request. All right, your turn. You can use the chat box, by the way. Let's see what you can do here. Number one, there are no blank left. If you're in England, you call these biscuits. If you're in America, you call them cookies. And there are no cookies left. Could you blank some at the supermarket? Can you fill in the blanks? You can talk too if you want. Don't all talk at the same time.
ในช่องว่างได้คะ
They're tired from all that
could
math.
you อะไร
What are you going to do at the supermarket? What do you do at the supermarket? There are no blank left. There's none of these things left anymore. Okay. What's that in Thai?
ที่หมดแล้วต้องไปทำอะไรคะ
Could you steal some at the supermarket? Are we going to say that? Could you eat some at the supermarket? Are we going to say that? No. What are we going to say? Could you what? This is from your workbook, by the way.
หมดแล้วต้องไปทำอะไรที่ซูเปอร์มาร์เก็ต could you เอา verb อะไรมาใส่คะตรงนี้
Could you bake some at the supermarket? What are you going to say? You're talking to your mom, your mother. She's going to shop. Buy. Could you buy some at the supermarket? So what is this? Is this a suggestion, an offer, or a request?
Request.
You're the best. That's 10 points. Request it is. All right, how about this one? The dog is very blank. Look at this empty food bowl. Why blank you blanket? Look at that poor puppy. No food in my bowl. I have a little pet bird. Every time I come home, he gets crazy because he wants me to give him some new bird seed. Doesn't matter if he just ate. He wants me to give him the seeds. So I have to take him out of the cage and carry him around. He goes crazy whenever I come home. He's super cute. This dog is so cute. How does he look though? He's got an empty bowl. What do we call that? The dog is very what? What's he look like? The dog is very vicious. Is that right? Vicious. Do you know what vicious means? Like he's gonna bite you. Like he'd just as soon eat you as get pet. He's a vicious dog. Is that what he looks like? No, that doesn't look like a vicious dog. Someone want to read the sentence for us? Let's get a reader. Let's pick someone. Teacher May, can you pick somebody for me, please?
Yes, sure. What about นภัสราอยู่ไหมคะนภัสราอยู่ไหมคะอยู่ในช่วยค่ะกับพิชยาอ๋อปวิชยาชลิดาทิติพ
They're not
ร
here. Checked out.
คชาพรวณิสราวณิสาขอโทษดารารัตน์ปณิตาเหรอคะพักขนันท์
This is being recorded, so
ชมพู่
somebody gonna review it, I hope.
นัทธาพรใครอยู่รีบต่อไปนะณรีการ
ค่ะ
โอเค
Can
ค่ะ
you read this for us and fill in the blanks, please? The dog.
The dog is very
What's he look like? He's got an empty food bowl. What word goes here? The dog is very. Give you a hint, begins with H.
beautiful
Not happy. Hmm?
ดูหน้ามันทำไมจานข้าวมันว่างเปล่าเลยมันทำไมคะ very อะไร
hungry
Excellent. Why? What goes here to make it a question? Why
do you
don't? Okay, why don't you? And the verb. What's the
Feed.
verb to give an animal food or even a
Feed.
person? Feed it. Excellent. Why don't you feed it? Yeah. The dog is very hungry. Why don't you feed it? This is a suggestion, right? A suggestion. Is it a suggestion, offer, request? It's a suggestion. We remember, boy, this thing's going, it's skipping. We use this why don't you verb structure. Why don't you verb? Why don't you feed it? Why don't you groom it? Fix its hair. Okay, to groom is to fix its hair. Okay, why don't you bathe it to give it a bath? All right, suggestion. Why don't you? All right, it's a nice way of saying it. All right, who wants to do this one?
À,ข้อต่อไป ผู้ชายบ้างจักรพงศ์จักรพงศ์อยู่ไหมครับ พงศกร นิติรุตโจวี่ใครอยู่ตอบดิเชิญเลยนะ อภินันทวัฒน์ชารุตณภัสราลายเราที่สอง พิชยา ปวิชยา
They're all
ติ
doing
ชิ
their
ลา
homework. It's fine. Taking a
ช
break
นิดา
because
Okay, maybe ชนันทิดา can you do this one?
Dad, can you lend me the car to go to cinema?
perfect. Which is it? A suggestion, offer, or request?
Suggestion.
Nope. You're asking for something. Suggestion means you're giving advice. Do this. Offer is when you tell someone you will do something for them. Request is when you want something for you. Like, think of that quest as in question. So here's the question. Dad, can you lend me the car to go to the cinema? You must be kidding, child. To lend you my classic? No way. So this one's a request, okay? But yeah, good reading, good pronunciation, and just remember this. You're going to see it again on an exam. All right, who wants to do this one?
จุฑามณีอยู่ไหม
This
คะ
one's easy. Could be two things.
How about going to the seminar next Saturday?
Yeah, excellent. How about going to the cinema next Saturday?
Yes,
is the-
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Is it a suggestion? An offer? A request? It's a suggestion. How about suggestion? Yeah, that's a good idea. Suggestion, the idea is you think you should do something. Think of the word should. How about going? We should go to the cinema next Saturday. That's more positive. How about going? We make it a question to make it softer, okay? That's how we do it. All right. There's a good movie on at the theater this evening. Blank eye blank some tickets. So this one is, shall I buy? And it's an offer. Shall I buy some tickets? Remember, shall we is a suggestion, but shall I is an offer. Because if they say yes, you're the only one who's going to do it. The computer screen is very blank. Blank, will you? The computer
เติม
screen
อะไร
is
ได้คะ
very
ให้กับ
dirty. Clean it, will you? That's a request. And here you see the imperative or command, clean it. And the will you is the tag to make it softer. Will you clean it? Will you? Why don't you clean it? I've got a terrible blank. Why blank you take some blank? Who wants to do this one? Be creative. Can we get a
Sure.
reader? Go ahead.
symptoms อันไหนที่ต้องใช้ paracetamol I have got a terrible
Oh,
Terrible what?
is that cold, right?
Strep throat? A cold? Sure. I've got a terrible cold.
Yeah.
Why don't
What?
you take, whoops. What did I just say? Teacher, you got a big mouth. Why don't you take some, and I just put medicine. Doesn't have to be paracetamol. Why don't you take some medicine? It could be headache, cold works, you know, whatever. I've got a terrible condition. Why don't you take some medicine? And it's a suggestion. We use the why don't you form as a suggestion. Okay. I'm very, very blank. How about blank a video? Somebody want to do this one? How do they look? How do
Boring.
their faces? Not boring. Boring is what's outside of you. What's inside of you, what you feel is you feel. Try again.
อันนี้
The
คือ
movie
น่า
is-
เบื่อ
yeah. The movie is boring. The weather is
Others-
boring. Outside of you is boring. Inside of you, you feel bored. Okay? Bored inside. Bored or scared or the ED words. Any of the adjectives that are ED, they're inside. Okay? The other ones are outside. Boring, scary. Okay? All right. I'm very bored. How about watching a video? That's a suggestion. It uses that how about format. Next. It's boiling hot. Yes, it is. Would you blank to the pool with us? Hey, that looks pretty good. I'm ready for some water park. Little Black Mountain would be nice. Beach is full of jellyfish, right? It's boiling hot. Yes, it is. Would you blank to the pool? Would you? This is the question. Would you, what we call a conditional. So a verb goes here. And the to means a verb goes there too. Tell you this verb, you go to the pool, right? That's got to be go. Would you?
Don't you go to the pool with us?
Yeah, would you like to go? Would you care to go? I don't know the way. Do you want to go? Is it a suggestion, an offer, or a request? This is an offer, okay? Because you're inviting. The offer is an invitation. It's like, come to my party. That's an offer.
แยก
Take
อ
this
อกไหม
money.
สามอันนี้
Yeah, that's an offer. And if we're not at the pool, but we're going to go, we ask someone to go with us. Or you could say, come with us, because you're going to come inside the car with us. Would you like to come with us? Would you like to go to the pool with us? Either way, you can say it either way. All right, the house is on blank. Blank the fireman immediately. What's this one? What do you need fire for? Firemen for? A flood? The house is on flood. You gonna call the firemen? It snowed too much. The house is on snow. Blank the firemen. You need firemen for snow? What do you need firemen for?
is on อะไรคะ
The house is on fire. Call the firemen immediately. This is a command, and we're not going to bother with please here because it's urgent. Oh my goodness, the house is on fire. Get those firemen here. Call. The subject is you, so we leave it out like a Thai sentence. You can leave subjects out. You do it all the time. Everybody knows the verb means who you're talking to. Here is an example in English where it's like a Thai sentence. Call the firemen immediately, right now. Do it now, okay? Imperative. Okay. Who wants to do this one? Ooh, that's a good one. I just bought a nice ice cream cake for my wife's birthday last week. It was delicious. Would someone read? Can you? Let's try. How many people have answered as you've gone through the roll? Like 3, right?
2 3
Who wants to do this one? Okay, I'll do it. I know you really want to do this, but I'll tell you, that math looked really challenging, didn't it? It's Lisa's birthday next Saturday. Shall we buy her a cake? Okay. That's a suggestion. That is a suggestion. Shall we buy her a cake? Now, if I said, shall I? That's an offer. Shall I buy her a cake? That's an offer. I'm saying I will buy her a cake if you tell me to. Okay. But here it's, shall we buy her a cake? It's a suggestion. It's like, should we buy her a cake? Yes, we should. Okay. There are a lot of dirty dishes. Don't worry, dear. I'll blank them, blank you. Who wants to do this one? I want a student to do this. Can you find me a student? Maybe? There any left? Hmm.
อันนี้ตอบอะไรคะ I will อะไรดี
Nope, he's not there.
Who?
Well, that was Pooh. My keyboard got stuck.
Okay.
Yeah, so it came out as heel. Everybody get that? Anybody there?
อัน
Hello?
นี้ตอบอะไรมีจานสกปรกมากมายเลย Don't worry dear I will มันสกปรกก็ต้องทำไงคะ
clean
in
Okay, clean
Clean.
them. What goes here? You gonna
Tama
do
lang
them
ka na
all by
yun.
yourself?
For you.
For you.
No, you're gonna clean them.
We
You can clean them for them, but I wouldn't. I'd say, don't worry, dear. I'll wash them or
ถ้า for
clean
คือ
them.
ทำให้ทั้งหมดเลยนะแต่ถ้าทำด้วยกัน
Yeah,
ใช้อะไร
yeah. We're a couple. We're a
Good
team.
team.
We're gonna do it together, baby. Huh? You tell them that. You remember that, girls. Don't tell them I'll do it for you. Okay, I'm gonna go play a video game. No. Tell them I'll do them with you, buddy. Okay? All right. If the boys aren't paying attention, I'm going to give you some little tips. And this is an offer. Don't worry, dear. I'll wash them with you. This is an offer. Okay? Remember that. All right. That's the end of that part. Who wants to play a game? In this game, you will evaluate an offer. You will look over an offer and think about it and decide if it is too good to be true or not. Is it too good to be true, or is it a real good deal? We are often offered things in life that sound excellent, only to discover that when we accept the offer, we have made a mistake, because the low price comes with negative conditions. Negative conditions. We call these negative conditions a catch, okay? Because they catch you like a trap. And we say, that sounds really good. What's the catch? You need to know how to ask, what's the catch? All right. Well, that sounds simple. What's the catch? Okay, that's an idiom from English. It's important to know. Is this number one? This is number one. Is this a good deal, or is it too good to be true? Is it a good deal or too good to be true? These are offers. Okay, you can buy a house in Italy for €1. Okay, that's about 40 baht. Is it a good deal, or is it too good to be true? Here, this is a winery. You got these little houses around, and look at the vines where they grow grapes. And in here they make wine. Okay, maybe not this house for €40. I mean, for €1, 40 baht. What do you think? A good deal, a bargain, or is it too good to be true? Someone want to answer? We've got about 8 minutes left, I think. Anyone there? I think we lost someone. Someone dropped out. Yeah, somebody just dropped out completely. Well, I thought this was a fun little game. This one is too good to be true, but you can buy a house in Italy for €1. Okay, you really can do it. There's many for sale, but the catch, the houses at that price are all in need of major repairs. Okay, for some people that isn't a problem, but for most people, this offer is too good to be true. Okay, you can buy a house for €1, but it looks like this, and the law says you must fix it, and you can't live in it until it's very complicated over there. You can't like camp out while you're fixing the house. You got to get licenses and it's very expensive to fix the house. So you buy the house for €1, but you spend 100,000 fixing it. All right, good deal or too good to be true? You can tour thousands of museums all over the world absolutely free. Is that a good deal Or is it too good to be true? Does anyone know? Who likes museums? Do you like to go to museums? I do. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, then this is a deal for you. This is actually a good deal.
Too good to be true.
Nope,
Good
it's a
deal?
good,
Why?
it's real. However, you can tour thousands of museums all over the world virtually. You use the app from Google, Google Arts and Culture. There are virtual tours. This is the Rijksmuseum in, it might be the one in Amsterdam. The British Museum's on here. Here's one in Africa, okay? You can even go to zoos. This is an app. You get it out of Google. You go up to your Google menu and you pull down the app for Google Arts and Culture. And you can go to all of these museums. It's very cool. I've been looking around at museums lately. So I wanted to share with you. It's totally free, okay? Take photos. You can download images too for your presentations. Okay, remember that. All right, last one. Good deal or too good to be true? You can buy your own private island for less money than a townhouse on Pekasem Road. Okay, is that a good deal or too good to be true? You can buy your own private island for less money than a townhouse on Pekasem. Hey, look at that. Townhouse on Pekasem costs what, around 4 or 5 million baht? Something like that. Pekasem is considered very good real estate. So yeah, like 5 million baht for a townhouse, a nice big townhouse, a brand new one. Or you want this island. Is this a good deal? Or is it too good to be true? Well, you don't know? They don't know, Teacher May. They're being coy. They're not talking. Someone else dropped out. 2 more dropped out. We're down to 22. All right, this is too good to be true. You can buy your own private island for less money than a townhouse on Pekasem Road. That is true. But what's the catch? Why is it so cheap? What's the catch? All right, so I went online and I looked one up. There's an island, excuse me, an island in Nova Scotia, Canada. It's Calf Island. It's 65 rai. It's pretty big, huh? And it's 4.5 million baht. That's not much. It's less than a townhouse in some places. The catch? No power. You don't know if there's any water under the ground. There's no water in pipes. And the winters are long and cold. And here's the island right there. That's a picture of Calf Island. So if you want to live in the woods, out in the remote forest, and most of the year it's below 0 degrees, that's the place for you. It's only 4.5 million baht and all 65 rai of beautiful country, nature. It's all yours. All right, students, great job today. Remember to do your workbook, okay? And for 13B, be prepared to speak next class. Maybe just a little more than you did. You weren't exactly tearing up the speakers over here, I'll tell you that. You need to prepare 2 offers, prepare 2 requests and 2 suggestions, and be ready to speak next class, okay? All right, here's some examples. Shall we go to the movies next weekend? Why don't you tell her that you love her, huh? Offers. Would you like some more salmon? Can I get you some ice water? And then requests. Could you do me a favor? We say that when we're making a request. Could you do me a favor and give me a ride home? Can you lend me a hand here? Can you help me? Can you lend me a hand? Can you do me a favor? Give me a ride home. Okay, we're not going to do this We kind of already did it. Today, we talked about making offers, requests, and suggestions. You learn the language you need to perform these important tasks. We discussed commands a little bit too, because they are a kind of request. Next lesson, you will practice by making your own sentences. Please be prepared. What do you call that? That is a request. That is a command. Please be prepared. See, we put the please first, but the be has no subject, makes it a command. Great job, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Teacher May. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.